slider workout. So sliders are those things you can buy online that make your feet slide or your hands slide. I don't buy things like sliders, so I'm going to use rags. And if you're on a hardwood floor, you can use paper towel or fabric of some kind. If you're on a carpet, you can use paper plates. And the important thing with that is that you want to keep like if your foot is on the slider, you keep a low weight on it so it slides. That's the difference. Okay, so we're going to need some dumbbells or light weights, a mat, and your sliders. You can also do it just with your socks, but I feel like we're in sneakers today. So we're going to just start getting warmed up. So knees up and down. And I'm going to show you an alternative to sliders. You can just do it regular without the slider. So like a back lunge with the slider, you would just do a back lunge. Make sense? But sliders are fun. You get to do different things and it really works your muscles differently, so it's fun. And you know, we got to get our fun where we can these days. All right, so we're just warming up. Kick back. Kick your heels back towards your butt. And my kitty cat is helping us here today. She was just sitting on my sliders a second ago. Alrighty, and then straight leg kicks. Good. You can just get them up as high as you can. We're just warming up, doing some movement prep, getting those muscles ready to go. And then right leg forward, left leg back in a lunge, and just open up the chest and the shoulder. And a nice rotation, switch sides. Oops. Don't fall down. And switch again. One more time. Oh, that feels good. All right, go nice and wide. I'm just going to bring the arms down and up, warming up the shoulders, getting those inner thighs. Oh, that feels good. Crackety crack. And keep breathing. All right, and then a rotation here, nice and easy. And this feels good. And we can do this for the rest of the session. All right, and then nice arm circles. Really warming up those shoulders. And the other direction. All right, so now we're going to just start with a squat twist crunch. Get that core warmed up. Get the legs ready to go. So don't pull on your neck here. You can have your hands on your shoulders if it helps you to control that. Good. With the squat, you're just pushing your hips straight back. So everything is controlled, nice and slow and controlled. Two more each way. One more. Good, so grab your weights. Warming up already. And then you're going to grab one of your sliders or your rags or, you know, use your socks. Okay? So we're going to back lunge and bicep curl. Right? So with a slider, it's coming back like that. Okay? So we're staying on the same leg. If you don't have a slider, you're just going to do it like that. Regular old bicep, back lunge. So we're staying on the same leg. Make sure the back knee is bending, so you don't want it to just go straight back like that. My mat's in the way. So we're bending it, just like that. we get some more glute and a little less on the quads. I'm totally off balance today, so I'll fall down. Just disregard that. Some days are better than others. 2 more here. 1 more. And then switch legs. Same thing. Other side. Hopefully I won't fall down on this side. Who's to know? Nothing like posting a video of yourself falling down. Good, so bend my back knee. All my weight is in my front heel. Good. And keep breathing. I tell you, my balance is wonky today. 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. Put the weights down for now. Grab the other slider. And we're just going to twist. So, sliders make it really easy. I'm on the balls of my feet. My heels are up. And as I go down and up, my butt's going back. So, just like a squat while you do it. Without sliders, you can just do this. It's harder and less fun, but you can do what you want, or you can just run in place, whatever works for you. And if you're on the carpet, you wear sneakers and then use the paper plates, and you should be able to do this without a problem. And like those good cheap paper plates that you used to get for pizza parties in school. Yeah, nothing fancy. Good. And you can also polish your floor while you're here. It's good for your abs, you get a nice rotation. You should feel it in your abs. Couple more of these. 2 more times. And 1. Excellent. Alrighty. So let's just grab our weights, give our lower body a bit of a break. So we're going to bicep, shoulder press, triceps, up, down, and down. Okay? Bicep, shoulder, tricep, up, down, down. That's it. Keep your abs tight. Knees are slightly bent, so your back is not arching. So bicep, shoulder, tricep, up, down, down. Good. Good. So I'll show you from the side. With my knees bent, you can see my back stays pretty steady. If I straighten my legs, my back could arch, and we don't want that, okay? So knees are bent, abs tight, and the low back stays out of it. Good. And again, slow and controlled. Good. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Good. And now you're just going to bend from the hips and do a bent over row. Knees are bent, abs tight, back is flat. You're just going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. So, squeeze them, keep the belly button in so you support your low back. And really squeeze those shoulder blades together even before you start the movement. Squeeze them, pull it up, good. That's it, nice. I don't know if you can hear the cat playing in the background. I think she found a leaf on the floor. Everything is a party for a cat. Everything is a toy. And 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. So let's grab one of the sliders again. Keep your weights. And we're going to cross back lunge and a lateral raise. So cross back and up. So again, all the weight's going to be in my front leg and then back behind. If you don't have a slider, just like that. So with the lateral raise, you want to keep your elbows slightly bent so we don't put too much strain on them. Good. Nice. You try to keep your chest up nice and tall. Relax your arms. It's a little bit too much on the shoulders otherwise. If it's if you don't have weights in your hands, it might be fine to leave your arms out. Or if your weights are lighter, you can keep your arms out. Otherwise, you can just relax them for this. And little pulses. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch legs. Give yourself enough room. Try not to whack the counter, and cross back and lateral raise again. Good. If this bothers your knees, you can always just do a regular lunge or a squat, or just a lateral raise with the arms. Everything's adjustable. We're going to hold it down for those pulses. 2, and 1, and then hold it down here. Good. Little pulses. If you feel like your foot is slipping, you can take it off of the slider, but you really want to control it with the front hip. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Alright. So from here we're going to relax the lower body again and just alternate shoulder presses. If you have a bar or a medicine ball for this, you could do them at the same time. So then you would just do shoulder presses there. Make sense? Good. That's it. You want to get a nice full range of motion. The best of your ability. Good. Keep breathing, keep the abs tight. Two more. And one more. too high. And now we're moving. See, it's just like being in class with me. Cats are running around. They're losing the water. I have to change the temperature. You know, fancy editing job that I'll do for this. Basically do it, post it, and then we'll do another one tomorrow. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep one slider, please. Grab your weights, and we're going to do tricep kickback. But knees are bent, and we're going to kick back with the one leg. All right? So stay with that same leg. The other leg is bent. Abs are tight. Just keep your neck neutral, so you don't want to look up, you don't want to look down. And the arms are just extending all the way out. Squeeze that tricep up top. Triceps are the back of the arms. In case you get confused, which is perfectly fine. Two more on this side, then we'll switch legs. Unfortunately, we only have the same arms. You're stuck doing those again. So knees are bent, extend it out. Good. Perfect. Keep the abs tight, support the low back. Two more. And 1. Excellent. All right. So let's put the weights down. We're going to go onto the floor, keeping your sliders, okay? So you're going to use the mat for under your hands. You could go on your forearms if your wrists bother you. But we're going to do some mountain climbers using the sliders. You could do them without the sliders and just do mountain climbers. I hate mountain climbers. Hate them, hate them, hate them. But for some reason, I don't mind them with sliders. It makes no sense, but life often does not make any sense. So if you do it without the sliders, you just do mountain climbers. Belly tight. Go at your speed. Try not to lose your sliders. And again, if it bothers your wrists, go on your forearms. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just be careful on the way down. If you drop down onto your knees, just don't go hard onto the floor, okay? All right, from here, we're just going to go into some push-ups. So from your knees or from your toes, regular wide push-up. Nothing fancy, just down and up. Keep your abs tight. Look at like the front of your mat, so again your neck doesn't hang. Three more. 2, and 1. Good. All right. Have a seat. I'm just going to angle it so you can see what I'm doing. Grab your weights. So, knees are together, feet are together, belly tight. We're going to use the dumbbells, lean back, so we're engaging the abs, and then just bicep curl here. If this doesn't bother your low back, bring one knee up at a time. the belly button is nice and tight. You don't get a full range of motion with the biceps, but that's okay. We've done full range of motion before. We're just doing a little bit shorter one here. And breathe. Good. If it bothers your low back, you could just sit up tall. Don't worry about the legs. Bicep curl, or you could just do some abs here. Two more each way. One more. And then relax it in. Let your low back stretch out for a second. All right, then we're going to come into a plank. All right, so I suggest from your hands if you can, but you can do it from your knees because we're going to do a plank with a row, okay? So depending on, this is less pressure on the back and everything on the core. Bring it to your knees, it's a little more difficult, and bring it from your toes, it's more difficult still. So whatever works for you, okay? We're just going to row it in, hold that plank, try not to roll over, okay? That's the planky part. Squeeze that shoulder blade. Again, you can do it from all fours. You can do it from your knees, like a knee plank. Whatever works for you. Keep breathing, keep those abs tight, think happy thoughts. Three more. Two. And one. And we're going to come down in a nice child's pose. Stretch it out. The bonus. The reward. All right, other side. So again, from all fours, from your knees, or from your toes. You may feel one side's easier than the other. This side feels easier because my right arm is holding me up. Bodies are weird. Good. Try to keep your hips square to the floor. It felt tilty. You just try to adjust as you can. And if you start on your toes and you need to go down to your knees, feel free to do that. No one's judging, and especially now, no one can see you. So you do what you gotta do. Three more. Two. And one. And stretch it out. Hey, you could be having a cocktail sitting there watching me eating pretzels. I can't tell. All right. We're going to do the same thing we did earlier with the bicep curls and the abs. So if that bothers your low back, you can just come down and up here. But we're going to do it with a chest press. It's like a decline chest press. So knees together, feet together, belly tight, lean back, and then just chest press here. So try to keep your shoulders out of your ears, belly button tight. If it starts to go into your low back, just take a break, relax it, stretch it out, lie back down, whatever you have to do. Don't need to bother your low back. Good. Three more. And two. And one. Good. All right, you can put those down for now. And then we're going to grab our sliders again. We're going to do a plank with the sliders. So you could just do a plank. You don't have to use sliders. But we're going to bring our knees in and then legs apart. So knees in and legs apart. So again, you could go on your forearms or your hands, whatever works. You could just hold a plank here. If you don't, if not, we're going to go out and knees in. Out and knees in. If you're on your forearms, you just have to bring your hips up higher so your knees we have. It's a party. Okie dokie. So, wait, magic carpet here. Let's come onto our backs. We'll just do some bicycles, because I love bicycles. All right, nice and easy. Elbow to opposite knee. Slow and controlled. Don't pull on your neck. Good. Keep breathing. Two more each way. And one more. And hug it in. All right. So, let's do one last plank with the sliders. I know. It's enough with the sliders, Laura. I know. Okay. So I'm going to go on my forearms because my wrists are tired. So we're going to pike. All right. So from your hands or your forearms in a plank, whichever works. Now you can hold it here, or you can pull it in, pike it up, and come back to plank. Pike it up, come back to plank. You can do this without the sliders, and you'll just pike it up, and your feet won't move. But if you're on your hands, it's a little easier, and your shoulders will move back. And you pike and pull that belly button up. Or you can just hold a regular plank. Again, really good to polish the floor. If you start to feel it in your low back, take a break. Three more. Two more. And one. And relax it down. Stretch it out in a child's pose. Feel free to do that on the mat. All right. Let me just double check the time. Grab a sip if you need it. Okay. Good. We're doing great on time. Aren't you please? All right. Come back up to standing. We're going to do another round of twists or running in place or jumping jacks. So you can run in place, you can twist, you can run, whatever you want. You can do a combo, because again, you're in your house. No one can tell if you look silly. And I always look silly, so I don't care anymore. Too many years of looking silly to give a crap. Five, four, three, two, and one. Good. Move backwards. Good times. All right, so we're going to do the hated squats. But these are fun. Hands together. Bring your elbows in between your knees. And then you're going to lift your butt up and down. So from the side, it looks like this. From the front, it doesn't look like much. So we're just going to hold it here. Up and down. My knees are not going far over my toes or anything. So I don't feel it in my knees. I do feel it in my quads a lot. If you do feel it in your knees, you can do a regular squat like a normal person. I'll never be accused of that, so a normal person behavior. But you should be feeling a burn in your quads. And if not, good on you. But I do. want you guys to miss me this week while I'm not doing live classes. So this is for you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, cha-cha. Stretch it out. Oh my word, those hurt. So quaddy. Other side. You're ready. All right, come on down onto the mat on your side. We're almost done. Then we're gonna have a nice stretch at the end because I can't leave you hanging with that. So you're gonna have your forearm on the floor. Keep your elbow right under your shoulder. If it starts to slide out, just readjust it. Have enough room so you can reach over, because we're going to do a side plank and a reach so we get that hip up nice and high. So my feet are stacked, but you can stagger them on the floor, have one foot in front of the other. It's easier to stack them when you have sneakers on, because your ankle bones don't smush into each other. But if you're barefoot, you can certainly put one foot in front of the other. Or you can go from your knees. Taller people have a larger lever arm, and that's harder. A bonus to being short. This makes things like this easier, and push-ups. Good. Then we get that hip up nice and high. Reach it all the way over. Good. If this bothers your shoulder, don't do it. Don't reach over to bother your shoulder. You can just kind of come up and get that hip up. You know what I mean? It's not a shoulder exercise. 2 more here. 1 more, and stay on that side. Good. Come down to your side, relax your head. However you're comfortable, you can be here. We're just gonna lift those legs up and scissor them. I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but both legs are up, and I'm just kicking them back and forth. So try not to roll back and forth, so you wanna keep your abs tight, so you're not, swimming all over the place. So your legs are moving and nothing else is moving. And breathe. And if this is killing your IT band, which is like your hip bone in the floor, put a pillow underneath it. You can always stop the video and come back when you're ready. And 2 more here, and then we're gonna switch sides. Good, for the side plank, reach over. So, here we go, on my elbow, up and over, and back down. So you can't see my hand, but it's reaching up to the floor. Good. Two more. 1 more. Come on down, lift those legs, and kick them. So if you do feel that IT band or your hip bone digging into the floor, that's a good sign that you should do some foam rolling before your next workout. You know who I'm talking to. Oh, hello, Mo. Hello. It's hard to do this without holding on. So if you have to pet your cat, be careful. And 2, and 1. Good. Grab one of your weights. We're going to do dead bugs with a weight. You do not have to use a weight, but you can. So we're just going to do a straight up dead bug. So hands are up, knees are up, head stays down. I have the weight in both hands, so I have a nice secure grip. If you don't want to use a weight, it's no problem. Don't use a weight. We're going to bring the arms overhead, legs out straight, and back in. If this hurts your back, bring your legs out higher in the air, or keep them bent like that. Or you can do opposite arm, opposite leg, and not 2 at the same time. So alternating opposite, opposite is a lot easier on the back. So when you come out, you want to keep your back in neutral, so it doesn't want to pop up to the ceiling, and it doesn't want to smoosh into the floor. So you're keeping your back just as you start it. Your back is in neutral. It sounds you hear as a cat playing in a box. Disregard. Three more here. Two. And one. All right. So let's stretch. Let me just double check our time. Perfect. Okay. So, we're gonna have our legs out straight and reach forward and just stretch it out. Good. And breathe and think happy thoughts. And you're gonna come all the way up. Take a nice deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath in. Flex your feet, and we're gonna come back down. Exhale. Try to pull on your toes if you can reach them. If not, just flex your foot so you get a nice calf stretch in there as well. So let's go into a butterfly stretch or a frog, whichever you prefer. So pull your feet together, hold onto your ankles, press your knees out, and lean forward. Getting a nice